EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Well, the waiting is over. We are about to get started here today. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We'll be calling the action for you. Frank, the golfers look ready to go, so any kind of player could win here.
Yeah, the long hitters have to take advantage of the par fives because that's their gift. But the other holes are extremely well balanced and you take position over power. Rich, that awkward-looking tee shot where you want to sort of sneak it down the left side, but it runs out there. Then if you take it too much over the right, well, there's rough over there as well. It's a sneaky one to start off the first hole. Oh, it's perfect. That is a huge opening tee shot.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank should be feeling good after that birdie.
Obviously knows that the game is now in good shape. Let's see if he can add to that.
Beautiful looking shot right here. What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach too. And Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. 18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
Oh, inexcusable.
Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Setting up for the 3rd hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Pretty good shot right there. He has this for par. To -2 early in the round. Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of 2 evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. And it makes the green in regulation. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And getting ready for the putt. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Now to the fifth. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
If you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
It is on the green, but that will be a tough putt on the way. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Looks like he just misread that. Lining this one up for par. 2 under par for the round. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 under 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it. Oh, I liked that.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green. Should be safely on deck.
Good chance now after that approach shot for a birdie.
Oh, he was so precise coming in, and the measurement is 9 feet away.
These putts keep the round together.
A lip out's fine as long as it doesn't happen to you.
Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for 2 reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
This is a long birdie putt here. Requires good judgment of the speed and the line. Just try to lag it down there. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
So a tester from 4 feet. And he makes it for par. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Solid play, heart of the green. Has this one for par. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss. And a drop shot here at the 9th. Settles in over the putt. Now at 1 under for the round. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
This can be a cruel game at times. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. Let's go to the 11th now. It's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the green side bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options, and you don't have to hit the ball first.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Just a couple of feet. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358-yard, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway or the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and that's so the ball doesn't sit up. And once again, this shot might look easy, but if you just miss it a bit, it so exaggerates the outcome.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Inside 20 feet, never bad.
Yeah, 18 feet to be exact.
This would give him the par. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par 3s, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard par 3.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a hook and it catches the mound, it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious on the tee.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. And getting ready for the putt. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Birdie chance here on this very long putt. So close. Looks like he just misread that. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
Now at -2 for the day. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
13 feet away. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. He has this putt for eagle. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Settles in over the putt. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You could follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you've lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you're stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
Frank, he's knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
this little move. 5 under par now. 2 straight birdies. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. This is a good-looking shot. That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. And with that, a very strong performance. It's a round of 66. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.